becoming one of Turkey's strongest tools to expand influence across East Africa. Turkey has become one of Somalia's most important security partners, supporting the government against al-Shabaab insurgency. Security cooperation has cemented Turkey's reputation as more than just an investor. It is also a protector in East Africa. Turkey has positioned itself as a key peace broker in the Horn of Africa. In Ankara, Ethiopia and Somalia signed a joint declaration to ease tensions over sea access and Somaliland. Analysts say Turkey's mediation not only reduced conflict risks, but also boosted its image as a trusted regional partner. Script 2. Turkey expands energy. Ties with East Africa. Turkey is strengthening energy cooperation across East Africa. In Somalia, Turkish companies gained exploration rights for offshore oil and gas. Deals also include renewable energy and infrastructure projects. For East African nations, this promises investment and jobs, while for Turkey, it secures influence in a strategic region. Script 3. Turkey's military role in Somalia. Turkey is now Somalia's strongest security ally. Through its military academy in Mogadishu, it has trained thousands of Somali soldiers, provided equipment, and assisted in anti-terror operations. While many Somalis view Turkey as a reliable partner, critics warn of growing dependency on Ankara's military support. Script 4. Turkey-Africa Partnership and Development Aid. Through aid and high-level summits, Turkey is expanding its footprint in Africa. From building hospitals and schools to sending emergency health supplies to Sudan, Ankara presents itself as a partner of equals. But observers debate whether this is genuine solidarity or simply Turkey's new model of influence in Africa. In recent years, Turkey has transformed its relations with Africa through high-level summits and development aid programs. Through aid, trade, and summits, Turkey is embedding itself deeply in Africa's future. Turkey's presence in Africa has been growing rapidly in recent years. From Somalia to Sudan, Ethiopia to Djibouti, Ankara is positioning itself as a major partner in trade, security, and diplomacy. But what does this mean for the Horn of Africa and for Turkey itself? Today, we explore Turkey's rising influence in the region. Part 1. Turkey as a mediator, 045-230. In December 2024, Ethiopia and Somalia signed the Ankara Declaration. Background: Ethiopia has long sought access to the sea, while Somalia opposes any deal with Somaliland that undermines its sovereignty. Turkey invited both governments to Ankara for high-level talks. Outcome: both sides agreed to respect sovereignty, reduce hostile rhetoric, and continue dialogue. Analysts say this was a diplomatic victory for Ankara, proving Turkey could play mediator where Western or Gulf states failed. Impact: slight de-escalation of tensions in the Horn of Africa, but the conflict over maritime access is far from over. Part 2. Expanding energy and economic ties, 230-430. Turkey signed multiple deals with Somalia for offshore oil and gas exploration. Turkish companies granted licenses to explore energy blocks in the Somali basin. Beyond Somalia, Turkey is also working with Sudan and Ethiopia on renewable energy and infrastructure. Example: building dams, roads, ports, and energy plants. Benefits: East African countries gain foreign investment, job creation, and energy security. Risks: this places Turkey in competition with Gulf countries, China, and Western powers, who are also vying for African resources. Part 3. Military and security cooperation, 430-630. Turkey runs the largest overseas military base in Mogadishu, Somalia, the Turksum Academy. Thousands of Somali soldiers have been trained there. Turkey supplies modern weapons, equipment, and tactical support in the fight against al-Shabaab. Turkey has also signed agreements with Djibouti and Sudan on military cooperation. Many Somalis view Turkey as a reliable partner compared to Western powers who often withdraw support. Critics argue that Somalia risks becoming too dependent on Turkey militarily. Part 4. Humanitarian and Development Aid, 638 Yan. Turkey has invested heavily in soft power across Africa. In Somalia, Turkish aid agencies built hospitals, schools, and even Mogadishu's main airport. During the cholera outbreak in Sudan, Turkey sent emergency health supplies. Turkish NGOs provide scholarships for African students, especially in the Horn of Africa. This development-focused approach allows Turkey to present itself as a partner of equals, not a colonial-style power. Part 5. Geopolitical Implications. 915. Turkey's role in Africa challenges traditional powers like the US, France, and Gulf states. Ankara promotes an alternative partnership, emphasizing respect and cooperation. However, critics say Turkey is also pursuing its own national interests, securing trade routes, energy, and political allies. The Horn of Africa's strategic location, along the Red Sea and Gulf of Aden, makes it vital for global trade and security. Conclusion. 9:15:10 hours. Turkey's growing footprint in the Horn of Africa is undeniable. From peace mediation and energy deals to military training and humanitarian aid, Ankara has embedded itself deeply in the region's future. For East African nations, this partnership brings both opportunities and challenges. The real question is, will Turkey be remembered as a genuine friend or as another global power seeking influence in Africa's most strategic corner?